Hi everybody, my name is Amy and I will be your book lady for the night. And I just wanted to make a video or a couple of videos to show you some of the books that we have. These books here are Peek Inside, Lift the Flap, and Look Inside books. And you'll see we have Peek Inside, Beauty and the Beast, where you can kind of peek inside through the gates. There's flaps to open. It's a really fun book. You can kind of see through things in the book. See, my kids love it. Then we have Peek Inside the Farm, which is for maybe a little bit younger kids. They have What Can You Find in Here? And they show you chickens and eggs. And you can have some fun games with, counting the eggs and counting the chickens on the page and that kind of thing. What's in here? Moo, some cows. So that's Peek Inside the Farm. We have our Lift the Flap First Math, which is really cool. Takes you through very early math concepts by showing you pictures of 1 through 10. Then taking you through showing you 2 crabs plus 2 crabs equals how many. Lift the flap if I can find it here. Here we go. 4 crabs. And my son Griffin, who's entering kindergarten, really likes this book. And again, it's all about counting objects and then seeing if you're right by lifting up the flap and seeing the number. So this is really great for kids who are first learning math and math concepts. Questions and answers about animals. This answers those questions like why, where, which. So where do polar bears go in the summer? And it tells you all about that. How do bees buzz? Everything is a flap to lift. And every time they're lifting a flap and using that, they're learning more. Research shows that when you're actually doing movement and being engaged physically in a book, that you actually learn more. So that's kind of important to know. Why do frogs jump? And it tells you why. This is Seed Inside Weather and the Climate. My daughter Lillian and Melody love this book. Lillian can read it independently. Melody, I have to read it too. Lillian is 10, Melody 7. But there's just so many flaps. I think it says there's over 100 flaps on this in this book. And it takes you through where does weather come from, weather climates around the world, water and cloud cycles, the sun and the air. So it's a great book too. This is Lift the Flap Fractions. And again, there's over 130 flaps to lift here. Lillian really used this to help her learn her fractions back when she was in 3rd grade, I think. And again, there's pictures, and you kind of have to guess what the answer is and lift the flap to see if you're correct. So that's a good book too for learning math. This is a little bit for younger kids. Usborne Lift and Look Dinosaurs. So in this book here, we look to see how many dinosaurs are under there. There's 3 eggs, and how many dinosaurs are there? You can lift the flap here if I can find it. Let's see what the dinosaur is doing. Here's Lift the Flap Opposites. Griffin likes this book. He's 5. This helped him. He was having trouble with opposites, and this helped him with it. And my son Jasper, who's 3, is just starting to learn opposites, so that helped him too. So we have like hot, and then I'll show you cold. We have Look Inside Your Body with over 100 flaps. And this will show you all kinds of things, like if I can lift this up. Shows you your muscle structure in your body. And we have eating food, shows you everything that happens with the food, and you can lift the flaps to find out all about your intestines. Kids like to think it's funny because there's little pictures of poop. Telling the time. We also do have a book called What is Poop, and it's a lift the flap book, and it is great for little kids. My kids just absolutely love it. So this is telling time. Melody's learning this, using this book right now to learn how to tell time to the hour. Talks about how many minutes are there, and this little clock is really cool. And at the back of the book, there's like a clock that you pull out and you make your own craft with. So you make your own clock. This is my very first world book. This one isn't a lift the flap book, so I'm not sure why it's in this pile, but it's a pretty good book to look at. It talks all about the different climates on the earth. This is How Things Work, another lift the flap with over 90 flaps. This first page talks about simple machines, so you can lift the flap and learn about what a cog is, a pulley, a wedge. Takes you through all kinds of machines, bikes, cars, how cars work, how pianos and music works. Talks about different kinds of instruments, even how your toilet works, planes. So that one's good. Usborne Lift the Flap. My daughter Lillian loved this book. It takes you through some modern works of art and some art techniques, and you lift the flap and it gives you some information about that particular piece of artwork or art technique. It goes through colors and the color wheel. That's a great one. We have See Inside the World of Shakespeare with over 70 flaps. And let's see if I can got See Inside the Houses. Shows you how books were made. And I just love this as a literature buff. See Inside the World of Shakespeare. This is the big picture of thesaurus. Doesn't have flaps, but it's a great picture book. This is a great thesaurus for little kids. And the Big Picture Atlas, which is also a great homework helper. This takes you through all around the world and shows you the famous cultural, artistic, sociological, political things that are famous about those different environments. It's really amazing. There is just tons of information in this book. My kids just kind of eat it up. So those are our Lift the Flap books and our big picture books. And I hope you found something that you liked.